The news, good evening. The amendment to the 2020 budget has not been presented as expected in the National Assembly today, as the LDS voted against the suspension of the standing order for a second reading. The leader of the opposition, Wavell Ramkalawan, later explained the stance taken by his party.
We are asking that, given that the Ministry of Finance knows exactly how much it needs, it knows, these figures are known to it, bring a motion with the specific heads where you need the extra money. The motion will be debated and then it will be passed. But government wants to bring in a new budget, and the new budget does not only cover for money, extra money in relation to COVID-19, but it makes provision for other things. For example, in the new budget, the DICT budget has been inserted in there. There is an amount of nearly 87 million for the Ministry of Infrastructure, Housing and Habitat and Land Transport. There are other things that it wants to bring in. But we are saying to government, look, we know we are in an emergency. We know that you will need extra money to cover for workers who are suffering, for businesses that are suffering. Come and ask for the amount that you will need. It is simple as that.
We also asked the leader of government business in the National Assembly and the Speaker, but they declined to make any comment. And following the adjournment of the Assembly this morning and the decision taken by the Ministry of Finance to return next week to present the revised budget, the National Assembly will sit on Tuesday, the 7th of April. Two Seychellois residents who were in quarantine at the Beauvallon quarantine facility have tested positive for COVID-19. This brings to 10 the number of people who are infected with the virus in the country. The two Seychellois presented with symptoms and were transferred to the isolation center at the Family Hospital in Perseverance for treatment. The Public Health Commissioner, Dr. Jude Gedeon, says following these results, appropriate follow-up and contact tracing is already being conducted.
Both of them were travelers who had arrived into Seychelles, one on the 26th of March from the UK, and the other person who arrived by Ethiopian Airlines on the 29th of March. The second person was with a partner who's also being tested today because of a close contact. We anticipate the person might be positive as well, but that test would come later. We have several people in quarantine at Beauvallon Bay and Perseverance, and at Maison de Football, there's nobody in quarantine right now. So as we speak, we do not have any evidence of community transmission. They are both imported cases. Contact tracing has started since last night for the two flights that they came on and for the people they may have had contact with. And when you do contact tracing, you identify the person, and then you, based on the level of contact, you classify them into high risk or low risk contact, and the follow-up is done on a daily basis.
The Interocean Tradings, the agent for Clinol alcohol-free hand sanitizers in Seychelles, has clarified that the hand sanitizer, although alcohol-free, provides protection against the COVID-19 virus. The Interocean Trading say they have tested the Clinol alcohol-free hand sanitizers at an independent laboratory in Scotland, and the result report shows that the sanitizer is effective against the coronavirus even without alcohol concentration. To note, there are other alcohol-free hand sanitizers that are less effective on viruses and more effective on bacteria. President Danny Faure, in his capacity as Commander-in-Chief of the Defence Forces, visited the command centre at the Coast Guard this afternoon. The facility is used to coordinate military assistance to civilian authorities as they strive to stop the coronavirus from spreading. The Coast Guards themselves carry out sea patrols in collaboration with the Air Force. They track both international and local vessels and pass the information to the health authorities and other relevant agencies. In the event that urgent intervention is required, the Coast Guard activates the rapid response mechanism. President Faure also visited the Special Command Centre at the police headquarters. The centre is used to coordinate efforts to ensure that the public abide by the regulations to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. The Electoral Commission has today, the 31st of March, certified the 2020 voters' register, which was closed on the 31st of December last year. This certified register reflects all changes made to the voters' register in 2019 only, and not any changes made since the 1st of January this year. Any changes made from the 1st of January this year will appear on the register certified immediately prior to the 2020 elections. A physical copy of the register will be available for inspection by voters upon review of the COVID-19 measures in line with advisory from the Department of Health. The Truth, Reconciliation and National Unity Commission will continue the implementation of its lockdown until the 20th of April this year. A press release says that the Commission will update the public on new schedules at a later date. And with this, we end this news summary. Thank you for watching. Have a pleasant evening.